y'all, and welcome to Monday Night's Treasure Vortex with Gypsy Jules from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as her website, gypsydigs.com, and myself, Amanda Degaz. We are halfway through September. I do have to apologize for last week. We really were going to have the show, and I had been up from 1 a.m. on doing airport run and working until I think like 4 or 5. And then at about 7, I dropped. So I didn't think any of you wanted to listen to me snoring. So we decided it was probably best to cancel the show out. So I know Gypsy and I have not been able to catch up with each other. So here's hoping we can talk and chat about our latest adventures. I know you had that awesome 10K giveaway. And yeah, so hey, how are you, Gypsy? Happy
I'm
Monday.
great. Happy Monday. Good to be here and catch up with you and catch up with all of our followers and listeners. And but yeah, it's been a while. Let's see. I know you've been out several times, and I've been out. And yeah, I've gotten several videos uploaded to my channel. For those that don't know, I did just do my 10,000 subscriber giveaway and did the drawing, and it actually turned out to be a fella from Texas that won. And I don't think I've ever met him in person, but I know he's been a follower of my YouTube channel for as long as I can remember, and he regularly, watches, all my videos and comments. So I couldn't have been more prouder that it went to someone that is always there and supports me. I know I wish I had loads of detectors to give away, but I'm going to aim towards another, 5,000 for, let's go for 15,000. I'll give another something away. So I was really happy to make that mile mark. And then I also uploaded, I think, one other video since last week from when I was in Graham, Texas, and detecting with Marla and Marla and Herbie, her husband, and that was a blast. And then I've also uploaded about my hunt, my upcoming birthday bash hunt coming up in November. So y'all be sure, if you haven't heard about that, that's November 4th, day after my birthday. Going to have a little celebration and get together. And what better way to get together is just get together and metal detect. So I've got a lot of silver and silver rings and stuff that I've been purchasing for the hunt. So I hope you can make it, and you can go check out my video and see the hunt field. And then it's just got a separate large field for parking, and it's going to be great. Can't wait. Yeah, so that's about it that I can think of. Have you gotten out? Well, I know you've gotten out, but found anything is what I should say.
Yeah, not really. I've gotten a lot of trash. I dug another spoon and some doodads. I got part of I can't even think of what it's called now, a cord. It's not a harmonica reed. It's a reed of some sort, but it's a different type of reed. So I'm going to have to look and clean it up and see if it's got anything on it. I got a couple buttons, nothing fancy. They're probably like 1830s or so, flat buttons. They do have, the gilt on the back. And then, yeah, that's about it. I did, so the hurricane tropical storm came to Maine, and
Yeah.
they were really saying it was going to be awful. And hey, I don't mind when they say in our area, anywhere, if it's going to be just horrible. but woke up Saturday thinking it was like a day that, okay, we're going to be stuck inside. And it wasn't. It was incredibly windy. We did have a lot of branches come down. I know quite a few people north of us, they had no power, lots of trees down, and then the beaches were incredible with waves and stuff. So I was
Wow.
really, really hoping to get out mudlarking, but the tide isn't in my favor until this weekend. So
Oh.
this weekend, I will probably say, "Hey John, for my birthday, can we go blah 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 blah?" And we'll do that. But I did in the afternoon, I was like, you know what? It's nice out. It's breezy. It's going to keep the bugs away. So I went out metal detecting. And it was good because the field had the grass was like to my knees, but every time the gusts hit, the grass would lay flat. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think I had mentioned, I know I had mentioned to you, I'm not sure I mentioned it on the show before. And, John and I have talked at great length about it. And it happens. It happens in all hobbies. But you have people that either see you at different permissions or social media wise, they figure out where you're at, but I have a feeling somebody's finding a couple of my spots. And
Oh boy.
mhm. So like
Hmm.
the creek I like to get into, I don't usually dig the hills. I don't. I know that they're dump, and I know that every time it rains, you can go and you can find crazy stuff right on the surface. Because it's trees and you've been there. And I went to go and there was big iron and holes everywhere. And I was like, you didn't even take your trash. And and then John went to go to another one of our spots. He usually goes to take pictures of the eagles and whatnot. And it's definitely a historic area. And he's like, yeah, somebody's been detecting it. He goes, there's plugs everywhere. Thankfully the plugs are put back. He goes, but the trash. He goes, they left the trash right next to every plug. And I'm like, are you
Hmm.
kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? It gives
Hmm.
like I get it. People can get on different permissions and stuff, but it ruins it for everyone. Everyone when you leave
Yeah.
trash. Like we're already walking on a tightrope with some of these areas because they can easily put
Yeah.
up signs that say no detecting. And
Yeah. They can close that down so fast. They see you out there and they see the trash or they see any kind of holes. They can shut you down so fast. And it's people don't realize that um, that can totally ruin it for all of us. And that used to always bug me too. I mean, here's the thing about leaving your trash. Number one, it's littering. Really, you've
yeah.
you've uncovered it, and then you leave it there. You are littering. So here's one other bad thing that people don't think. A lot of people don't think about. That person, let's say, the next tide, it kind of washes it under and you can't quite see it. If they go back out there and detect it, they're going to dig the same trash over again. It's kind of some people have no common sense either. I know that I've talked about this before and I'll say it again. There used to be this guy that lived in Galveston. Pretty sure I know who this person was. When I used to get out in the mornings, he would beat me, and you would see exactly where he went. And you would see pull tab after pull tab after pull tab right there beside the hole. And 9 times out of 10, the hole wasn't even covered up.
Yeah.
And there's the pull tab, and I'm like, he does that every morning. Every morning, he's redigging his same trash over and over instead of just plopping it in his bag or whatever and disposing of it. And then, you wouldn't be, so I would go and I would try to pull, especially if I find them on top of the ground, I will pick them up and put them. So it's sad that sometimes we have to do that for these people, and they just don't know what they're doing for the hobby
And
or
and
to everyone.
and I mean, we hear it all the time when we go to events, they have to repeat, fill in your plugs, fill in your
Hmm.
holes, pick up your trash. How many times do they repeat it at every hunt, and yet you still can go around and there's still holes open and there's still trash next to it. But it's something I hate. I don't like having this like discussion. I don't like talking about this stuff because it really is. It's a black eye on the hobby, and with the fact of the number of places that are already closing their doors to letting detectorists detect, it's like,
Hmm.
well, great, you've added another, three more places we can't go. But the private permission I've been digging, that this is a new area that I've only been once, a new field, and I noticed that there was some plugs, like some holes that were pretty, but I don't know. Oh, that one I'm gonna talk to the property owner and go, is there, obviously they have, it's their property. They can give other people permission. And if not, then I'm gonna talk to some of the neighbors and be like, hey, keep your eye out. And I hate to do
Yeah.
this too. It's like a warning. If I find you're digging permissions of mine without permission from the property owner and I catch you or get your name, you know what? I will get a picture and it will be everywhere that you know, that you are ruining it. You're absolutely destroying our hobby by doing these things.
Yeah.
Especially
No
since I
trespassing,
invite
folks.
everybody with me. I'm like, I never turn down a guest invitation. I'm like, ugh.
Right. Right.
But yeah,
Hmm.
so that's my
Well.
that's what grinds my gears tonight.
Oh
And maybe
man.
they might not be able to clean up their trash or their holes, but maybe we can clean up the hobby by calling them out.
Yeah, especially if they don't have permission, or yeah, if they realize that it's them we're talking about. uh, some people though don't they don't heed a warning, or they don't listen, they don't care, and then they later on they'll care.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they will care if they are on private permission without
Oh
permission.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know a couple property owners that I've detected. They're like, if you see, they're like, you're the only one allowed out here. We'll let you know if we ever let like someone come in to do a survey or this, that, and the other, because like I've helped
Mhm.
them put posted signs up because they were
Right.
like, hey, you get out to these areas. Can you put posted signs up? Sure can. Helps.
Pretty sure here, pretty sure here in Texas, if you caught trespassing like that, you can get a gun pulled up in your face.
Oh, yeah, that
This,
would
that,
be
that,